Okay, Lucas, quick question for you. If I asked you where you were born, would you say I was born in Sao Paulo or I was born on Sao Paulo?
Easy, in Sao Paulo.
Good. Now, what time did you wake up today?
I woke up in 7 a.m.
See, that is exactly the problem we are solving today.
Okay, I know it is at 7 a.m. I just wanted to prove your point for you.
Sure you did. But honestly, this mix-up happens to almost everyone learning English, no matter how advanced they are. In, on, and at look like tiny, harmless words, but they cause more confusion than half the grammar rules combined.
And today we are actually going to fix that, for good.
By the end of this episode, you will have one simple picture in your head that tells you exactly which word to use every single time.
And if this is your first time here, this is basically what we do every week. We take something that confuses English learners and we break it down until it actually clicks.
So if that sounds useful to you, go ahead and hit subscribe. It genuinely helps more learners find the channel.
All right, let's get into it.
So here is the picture I want you to keep in your head for this whole episode. Imagine a funnel. You know, the kind you would use to pour oil into a car engine.
Wide at the top, narrow at the bottom.
Exactly. And that shape is basically a map for in, on, and at.
How so?
In goes at the wide top, because in is for general, broad things. On goes in the middle, because it is a bit more specific. And at goes right at the narrow tip, because at is for something very exact.
Okay, that is actually a really clean way to think about it. General, then specific, then super specific.
Right. And this pattern works beautifully for two of the biggest categories where people get stuck: time and location. Let's start with time.
So when we are talking about a big chunk of time, a whole month, a season, or a whole year, we use in. Think about in 1990, for example. That is a huge stretch of time, so it belongs at the wide part of the funnel.
Right, and I guess that is also why we say things like in the summer or in July, since those are still fairly broad periods.
Exactly. Same logic. Now, once we move down to something about a single day, we shift to on Monday, for example.
So a day is more specific than a whole year, which is why it moves toward the middle of the funnel.
You got it. And finally, when we get down to an exact clock time, that is when we use at, like at 8 o'clock.
Right, because you cannot get more specific than a literal number on a clock.
Exactly. That is the tip of the funnel.
Wait, is there some exception for holidays? I feel like I have heard both on Christmas and at Christmas.
Good catch. That is actually a fun little exception. It depends on whether the word day is in there. We say on Christmas Day, but at Christmas.
Ah, so once day disappears, it kind of behaves like at night, more of a general moment than a specific date.
Exactly right. So just to recap the main flow, in for the big stuff, on for a specific day, at for the exact hour.
In 1990, on Monday at 8 o'clock. Got it.
Now here's the good part. This same funnel logic works almost the same way for addresses and locations.
Wait, seriously? It is not just for time?
Nope, watch. If you are talking about a big general area, like a whole city, you use in. In Sao Paulo, for example.
Makes sense. A city is huge, so that's the wide part of the funnel again.
Right. Now if you get more specific and you are talking about a particular street, but without a number, you switch to on, like on Fleet Street.
So a street is more specific than a city, but it is still not as exact as it could be.
Exactly. And then, once you add the actual number to that address, you drop down to at 123 Main Street.
Because now there is zero ambiguity. You know exactly which building it is.
Precisely. So again, same 3 steps. In Sao Paulo, on Fleet Street, at 123 Main Street. General, specific, exact.
Honestly, once you see it as a funnel, it's hard to unsee it. I feel like I'm going to think about this every time I write an address now.
That is the goal.
Speaking of things that stick with you, this is actually a good moment to mention something. If you ever want to go deeper into grammar topics like this one, with real explanations and practice, we put together a digital library. It has books organized by level, audiobooks, and grammar guides.
And just to be transparent, some of those links are affiliate links, so if you decide to grab something through them, it helps support the channel at no extra cost to you.
Everything is linked in the description, and it is also pinned in the comments if that is easier to find.
Definitely worth a look if today's topic is the kind of thing that trips you up a lot.
All right, now let's talk about something a little different. So far, we have been using the funnel, general to specific. But there's one more use of in, on, and at, and this one works a bit differently. This time, it is not about how specific something is, it is about the physical relationship between two things.
Okay, that is a different way of thinking about it. What do you mean exactly?
Well, think about in. When something is in something else, it means it is inside it, like water in a glass.
Right, the water is literally contained inside the glass.
Exactly. Now, on is different. On means something is resting on top of a surface. There is contact between two things, like the book is on the table.
So the book is not inside the table, it's just sitting on top of it.
Right. And at is a little more general here. It just tells you that you are at a specific place, without saying whether you are inside it, in the parking lot, or standing right at the entrance. Like, I am at the market.
So you are not saying whether you are inside the market building or just there in general. You're just saying that is the place you are at.
Exactly. So this one is not about size or specificity anymore. It's really about the relationship. Is it inside something? Is it touching a surface? Or is it just the general place you are at?
Got it. So we basically have two different systems here. One for how specific something is, and one for physical position.
Exactly. And once you separate those two ideas in your head, most of the confusion just disappears.
Let's do a really quick recap, because I feel like my brain needs it.
Good idea. So for time and location, think funnel. In is general, on is more specific, at is exact. In 1990, on Monday, at 8 o'clock. In Sao Paulo, on Fleet Street, at 123 Main Street.
And then for physical position, it is a completely different logic. In means inside something, on means resting on a surface, and at just means you are at a general place.
Water in the glass, the book on the table, and I am at the market.
Honestly, breaking it into these two systems makes so much more sense than trying to memorize one giant list of rules.
That is exactly why we did it this way.
Now look, even with all of this, you are still going to mix these up sometimes. That is completely normal.
Totally normal. Even advanced speakers slip up with prepositions from time to time. It is honestly one of the last things that becomes automatic in a new language.
So do not get discouraged if you catch yourself saying in Monday instead of on Monday. Just notice it, correct it, and keep going.
That is really the whole process. If today's episode helped clear things up even a little bit, give the video a like. It really helps the channel grow.
And drop a comment telling us one example you learned today, in, on, or at, whichever one you feel like you finally understand a little better.
We would genuinely love to see your examples.
And if you are hungry for more topics like this,
We have got plenty more coming. So subscribe and we will see you in the next episode.
see you next time.